It has been a very interesting Olympic 2024 out there in Paris with a whole lot of ups and downs, doping stamp, and also people stepping out of the games one or two with a whole lot behind the scene, and most especially with that of the racist claims by some fans of the Olympics against the chiefs of Olympic on the opening ceremony saga. We'll be looking at more of Olympics today, Monday, and then we'll take a bit of the local scene where we lost two of our great icons, a football masterpiece, talking about Chief Yanau and also Ifine Uba. The two men who are once sole proprietors of one of the biggest clubs to have ever emerged in the Nigerian local league. My name is Rudon Musagawa RMJ. I'm saying good morning and welcome to PNB Sports Monday edition. We'll be right back after this quick break. Now glad to know you're still with Politics and Business TV. This is PNB Sports. You can reach us live on Facebook and also on YouTube at Politics and Business Television/English. Alright, let's go straight to Europe. This time around we'll go straight to Paris to 2024. As a Nigerians contingent continue to have a backlash in the ceremony out there in Paris, talking about the Paris Olympic Games. Olaitan Olaore has been defeated in the men's 92 kg boxing heavyweight preliminaries at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now reports coming in is that he lost to Kazakhstan's Orabey Aybek, who won the bout 5-0. A win on points. Kazakhstan's Orabey drilled Olaore to qualify to the next round at the boxing event in Paris. Aibaga won all 3 rounds with all 5 judges ruling in favor of him in all rounds, scoring 30 to 26 points overall against Olaore. Now also the team Nigerian boxer Cynthia Ogunsemilore was removed from Paris Olympic Women's Tournament after testing positive of a banned doping substance. The International Testing Agency said on Saturday that the 22-year-old African Games lightweight champion tested positive for the diuretic furosemide in a sample taken on Thursday. The ITA said furosemide is a masking agent that can hide the presence of other drugs. The ITA said Ogunsemilore is provisionally suspended and cannot take part in Olympics. She was due to compete on Monday, which is today, in the round of 16 as a 4th-seeded boxer in the women's 60-kilogram, 132-pounds class. Ogunsemilore won the African Games title in her weight class early this year and also won bronze in 2022 Commonwealth Games. It is the second positive doping test announced at Paris after Iraqi judoka Sajjad Sashen tested positive for 2 anabolic steroids, the ITA said on Friday. So sad about one of our own. Now still on the losing part of Team Nigeria, the table tennis side also started their campaign in losing form at the ongoing Olympic Games as Olajide Omotayo bowed out in the round of 64. He was drawn against Iranian Noshad Alamian, an opponent considered to be unpredictable. Omotayo started the game strongly and clinched the first set 11-6, but Alamian came back smoking from the game's second set to win 11-5. He continued his dominance into the third set with an 11-4, 12-10, and later wrapped up with an 11-8, which made it 4-1 in total in favor of the Iranian. Also, Nigerian Tigers today, the Tigers today are set to face Australians opals in the Olympics Women Basketball Tournament Group B opener at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games later today. As underdogs, the Tigers aim to secure their first Olympic win in 20 years, representing Africa basketball with determination and resilience. Head coach Rena Wakama will rely heavily on star forward Ami Okonkwo, MVP of the FIBA Women's Afro Basketball 2023, and the returning Ezenwa Kalu, a proven leader and a playmaker alongside Kalu, Elizabeth Balogun, and Promise Omwakara. Would be key to the team's offensive strategy. Meanwhile, the Tigers will also need strong performances from Murjana Tumusa and Palas Kunai Akbana in the front court to control the defense glass and also keep games competitive. Their game plan will focus on slow half-court game to stay in contention with formidable opponents like Australia, Canada, and France. Australia, with 5 Olympic medals to their name, will pose a significant challenge. The All-Powers, featuring experienced players and history of a strong performance, will be eager to reclaim their place among the world's elite. The Nigerian team, under coach Wakama's instruction, have shown promise in their warm-up games. Well, let's see how that pans out for the Nigerian basketball women's side. Now let's talk about the Nigerian Sign Eagles now. That is all for the hooks offer the Olympics now. They have failed to qualify for 2024 Beach Soccer AFCON after a 5-6 loss to Mauritania in the second leg played at the Mauritania Square in Kaduna on Saturday evening. Now, Mauritania managed to secure their spot in the continental tournament through an aggregate victory in the second leg match held at the Murtala Mohammed Square in Kaduna State. Now, Mauritania overturned their fourth leg deficit to book a place in the Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations via the away goal ruling after it ended 10-10 on aggregate. Okay, now Nigerian Super Falcons are on the brink of crashing out of Olympic Games in Paris following their defeat to Spain. Now, despite trying to contain the world champions, it was Putela who netted the only goal for the game in the 85th minute. And the game started with Falcons trying their best to match the Spaniard, but they could only sustain the tempo in the first half. Spain proved to be a better side in the second half and pegged the Falcons back into their half. The much anticipated goal came 5 minutes from time, and all effort for Nigeria side to level up became abortive, as the defeat means that the Falcons will have to beat Japan with a high margin and hope to get a favorable result from the other groups to be picked as one of the best losers. Could we also stop going into calculation when it comes to competitive football and also competitive events in the world? Well, still on the Super Falcons of Nigeria, they are looking at a window of opportunity opened by FIFA's deduction of 6 points from Canada for Espionage. According to Nigerian coach, the deduction means no third-place team can qualify from Group A of the tournament. The group comprises of Colombia, France, Canada, and New Zealand. With 3 groups, the top 2 of each will qualify for the quarterfinals directly, with 2 of the best third places in the 3 groups will join Canada with 6-point deduction third in Group A. Unlike Nigeria, they are with no points, although they have won 2 matches if the points deduction is applied with fortitude of 2 matches and they attended a 6 goals deficit. They will technically be out of reckoning as one of the best third place. Wardrum told the Sport Village data, even if Nigeria had drawn the game with Spain, they would still need a result in the last game on Wednesday against Japan. However, all hopes are lost if Nigeria beat Japan on Wednesday and Spain beats Brazil. So it's all calculation once again. Still on the Super Falcons in Group C, opponents of the ongoing 2024 Paris Olympics shocked Brazil 2-1 in their late strike. Japan took Brazil missed the chances to secure the quarterfinal spot after a 2-1 loss to Japan in the clash decided in Parc des Princes. Brazil were leading thanks to Geneva striker, but conceded 2 stoppage time goals to Japan, who collected their first point after defeat by Spain in Thursday's opener. Now, courtesy of Saki Kumagai and Momoko Tanikwawa are the top 2 teams in each 3 groups. have advanced along with two best third places side. Congratulations to the Japanese side. Now the Nigerian Football Federation, the Nigerian Football Referee Association is set to begin its pre-season program ahead of the commencement of the 2024-2025 Nigerian Professional Football League season. Now, report is that it was gathered that the view of the scheduled kick-off date of the NPFL date for pre-season program for referee have been fixed. According to report, assessor seminar will kick-start on the 15th and 16th of August, while batch A of the referees will have a fitness test on 18th of August. It was also further gathered that 19th and 20th of August is a field and classroom work with mini-match on 21st of August 2024. Also, batch B are expected to arrive on the 22nd of August. Fitness test will hold on the 23rd August before a class and field work on the 23rd and 24th, while the mini match hold on the 26th of August 2024. Now we move straight to the morning side, the morning part of today's edition of the program. Chairman of the Nigerian Professional Football League NPFL, Honorable Benga Egbile, has expressed grief on the passing out of two former frontier investors in club ownership in the country, Chief Emmanuel Iyanyawu and Senator Patrick Ifeanyi Uba. Ranks amongst private investors in the Nigerian Professional Football League through club ownership at different dimensions in league football in the country. The two football and political heavyweights passed on with 2 days of each other during the week. The late Chief Iyanyawu was handed the former Spartans FC and now Heartland FC of Owerri in 1986 and oversaw the meteoric rise of the club to continental reckoning after winning all available laurels in the nation's club competition between 1986 and 2002. He died on Thursday, July 25th at the age of 82. Meanwhile, the late Senator Ifeanyi Uba delved into club football when he bought controlling hold of the Gabros International FC, renaming it to FC Ifeanyi Uba and steering the club through to the NPFL. He is said to have breathed his last in London at the early hours of Saturday morning, July 27th, at the age of 52. Egbile described the two sad development as a sad week for the NPFL. At the time, Nigerian League followers are gravitating forward for more private investors in club ownership. Iyanyawu National was one of the few Nigerian clubs that reached the finals of the old former African Champions Club Cup in 1988, but lost 4-1 on aggregate to Intense Satif Club of Algeria following their FA Cup triumph in 2016. FC Ifeanyi Uba lost via penalty shootout to Egyptian side Al Masry in the CAF Confederation Cup in 2017. Now, the two clubs founded by late businessmen and respectively contributed important players to the national teams at various levels in different times. Egbile prayed for the repose of their soul while commiserating with their families and government and people of the respective states of Imo and Anambra State. May their soul continue to rest in peace and part ways. Now let's go straight to Europe, starting up with tennis, where Rafael Nadal set up a tantalizing second round contest with old foe Novak Djokovic at Paris 2024 after coming through his opening Olympics singles match. Spain and Nadal, who is 38 years old, had cast doubt on know whether he would even be able to play against Hungary's Martin Fucsovics because of a thigh injury. But the 2008 gold medalist had enough to see off Fucsovics in a 6-1, 4-6, 6-4 win. Nadal, playing at the scene of his record 14 men's single title return to court. Philippe Cottrell less than 24 hours after he played alongside Carlos Alcaraz in the men's double. A superb first set against Fucsovics' initial allied any fears about his physical state. Although he was unable to keep up to that level in the second, with his thigh heavily strapped, Nadal fought back in the decider and scrapped through the victory to the trademark tenacity which he demonstrated throughout his career. Congratulations to the man. Now let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be looking more on transfer, and then we'll be signing out of the program this beautiful morning. We'll be right back. Alright, this is P&B Sport, and don't forget that you can reach us on Facebook and also on YouTube at Politics and Business TV/English. Now let's go straight to transfer rumors. Let's see what's happening in transfer scene as Paris Saint-Germain have an agreement in principle with 24-year-old English forward Jadon Sancho, but they must meet Manchester United's asking price of about £15 million. Meanwhile, Spain winger Nico Williams, who has a contract with Atletico Bilbao until 2027, has made a decision about his future amidst league to Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain. Manchester United could target one of 26-year-old French right-back Nodi Mokiola if 23-year-old Uruguayan midfielder Manuel Ugarte or Slovakian centre-back Milan Skriniar in a potential swap deal for Jadon Sancho. Meanwhile, West Ham have opened negotiations over a deal of English right-back Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Manchester United, who is valued around £15 million. Meanwhile, Manchester United have agreed a fee between 15 to 20 million to sign right-back Nosari Musri from Bayern Munich, but need to offload Wan-Bissaka first. Chelsea have made a contact with 26-year-old Juventus and Italy forward Medrico Chiesa, who is also wanted by Tottenham Hotspur. Genoa are still pursuing for a deal with a 3-year-old forward Spain goalkeeper David De Gea, who has not played since leaving Manchester United in July of last year. And his salary expectations, however, are proven to be a stumbling block in negotiation. Aston Villa have submitted a loan offer for Manchester City's England midfielder Kevin Phillips. Barcelona are not likely to sign Portugal right-back João Cancelo because of Manchester City's £25 million asking price. Everton have agreed a deal worth £22 million to sign Republic of Ireland defender Jacques O'Brien from French club Lyon. Crystal Palace 21-year-old English midfielder Jesurum Raksaki prefers a move to Southampton over Leeds United this summer. West Ham are also willing to meet AS Monaco's €5 million price tag demand for 25-year-old French Youssouf Fofana. And Fofana has a verbal agreement to join AC Milan, and AC Milan are closing in on a deal to sign the 25-year-old Brazil defender Emerson Royal from Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal are in pole position to sign Sweden forward Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisboa, with Liverpool not prepared to submit a bid for the 26-year-old. Now, this is the size of the package this beautiful morning. Thank you for putting part of the show and joining us today. Till we meet tomorrow again for another edition of the program. My name has been Ridwan Musago, RMG. Bye for now.